Hi, I'm Bob Vila. Welcome home again. You know, we've only got a couple of weeks until we finish our work here. Today we're doing finished carpentry. Down in the basement family room, we're trimming out our circle top window, and we're also showing you how to make a window seat out of plywood. Then we'll come upstairs to our first floor here where we're repairing the flooring. Thomas Arthur, our subcontractor, is going to show us how to use those big sanding machines and also how to repair a couple of buckled floorboards. And then Ron Gann, our general contractor, is making a lighting fixture for us in the bathroom there. So stick with me. It's good to have you home again.
Sears presents Home Again with Bob Vila.
Noisy, Ron.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, this is a great family room we've got in here. You know, this is going to be spectacular. The full width of the house. The stairs are a little bit on the narrow side, but they work. And the whole job we've done here, I think, is going to be very, very nice. This window is superb.
This used to be our dingy dungeon, huh?
Yeah, and when I say trim out a window, I'm kind of, you know, it's an understatement. This is an unusual circle top window, and the trim design for it, I think, is pretty special.
It's kind of interesting, you know, these square pilasters like that. It's modern, but kind of traditional.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Bill Baus, our architect, has put in a lot of detail. The window seat is the first thing you built, right?
Right.
Right out of birch plywood.
Right.
And what's in here?
Well, you got the water meter in there, which we just installed today.
Yeah.
And we have
what's that thing back there?
That's a little low voltage transformer for some effect lights that we have right here. Just a little low voltage strip lighting.
Yeah, the strip lighting. You switch it on back over by the stairs?
Right.
That's nice. And then, of course, these guys, the perfect toy box, right?
Right. You can never have enough storage.
Mm-hmm. Now, it makes sense to make these things out of a nice plywood like birch, because we're going to paint them, but the plywood will really look nicely with a good coat of paint. And these things, I guess you would call them pilasters, because they're kind of like half columns that are applied to the wall. They still look a little bit fresh from the joint compound, but they're a real nice touch. How did you make those?
Well, it was real simple, Bob. What we did was we took some plywood and some 1x2 material and just made a frame, and then we applied some drywall to it in these spots right here and just left it undone over here. A little corner bead and some L bead, and after we mud it out, it looks just like that one over there.
Okay. And how do you get it to stay on the wall?
Well, really, you see here, we just set it into place. Get my screw ready.
So you're using long 2 or 3 inch drywall screws.
Right. And we'll just get that started.
Nobody uses nails anymore, huh?
Nope, it's too.
Okay.
Screws are faster.
The window's really special, though, and of course it's designed for a regular installation in a regular frame wall. But what we've done here is we've put it right at grade above our foundation. So we've really built it out an extra foot practically here to get insulation and everything else. How are we treating this detail up here?
Well, we have an interesting product here, Bob.
Oh, that's what you were cutting just now.
That's what I was cutting.
What do you call this stuff?
This is called Zip Light, and it's a thermoplastic, and this is the same material they use in kitchens for cutting boards or the lunch counter.
Yeah, you see them making the sandwiches, the sub-sandwiches on this kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's heat resistant?
Heat resistance. It's great if somebody puts a plant up there and water leaks, and it's real easy to clean.
I think it's only about $6 or $7 a square foot.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
It's not bad. All right, so what are you trying to do to it right now?
You know, when you cut the plastic leaves all these burrs here, and so we're just going to... We just want to take off some of the rough edging here on this thing.
Well, you want to do a trial fit?
Let's see how it works.
It's heavy. You got it?
I got it. Let's just set it up there. You got your end?
Yeah.
How do we look?
Keep going.
Okay. I think this was designed for this location.
It looks good. It's nice and flush on the edges. Now, do you have to put this down with panel adhesive or cement or what?
Well, you could, but I don't really see any reason to, okay? We're going to caulk along the back here and over on the sides here. And I think it'll stay in place real nice.
Yeah, and if somebody down the line decides to change it because they don't like the look, they won't have to worry about something that's been really glued down, right? Good. It's a nice job, Ron. We're going to take a break for some messages, and when we come back, Ron and I are going to show you the bathroom lighting fixture, so stay with us. Well, we're up in our bathroom right now, and Ron is going to show us how to install a light fixture up here. What you doing there, Ron?
Well, Bob, we're going to start working with some electricity here, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't working with this live, and so I'm using my tester here.
Good idea. Yeah, it's a nice tester.
And I knew it was live, flipped off the switch just now, and now I tested again, and now I know it's dead. Yeah. This is just a $1 item at the hardware store.
Sure.
Okay.
So tell me about the light fixture you're putting up for us.
Well, typically, Bob, for a really nice light fixture for a bathroom, you can spend $200–300. I'm going to show you how to do one that's better than a custom light fixture that you would buy in the store for around $35.
Okay.
First stop was just my local home improvement center.
Sure.
I bought a 3-foot fluorescent fixture like this.
So that's about $12,
about
$15.
Yeah, this one was like $12.50.
Okay.
And I'm going to mount it right up here like this.
Right.
Now you can see the electrician put our power source, the whip, right here a little bit too low. So we're going to need to move it up.
Oh, you're going to have to bust up the
we'll just
drywall?
we'll just score it a little bit right here like this. We don't have to worry about the hole here because we're going to have a mirror going down below this whole light fixture setup. And we'll come back and patch this. This is not an uncommon problem.
Okay, now the wire's too long, isn't it, Ron?
Right, Bob. So I'm going to just shorten it down a little bit, and I'm going to show you. I take the cable, and I just crimp it in my hand like that.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you take your channel locks and just sort of hold it on here just like this, you can bend it out just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's real important that you don't crimp the cable, though, otherwise it could dig into the wires.
Yes.
And then I cut it just on the same angle as the twist of the Greenfield. And then I pull it off just like that.
The Greenfield is this stuff. This is just conduit, flexible conduit.
Right.
That's called Greenfield because that's who makes it, I guess. But anyway, here you go.
Okay, then we're going to take our Greenfield connector.
Love that name.
We're going to put it on here.
And that just gets
screwed.
set screwed, drives it. Yeah.
Right, set screwed right on. Just like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be real tight, just snug. Now we're going to put our wires through the light fixture. Okay, Bob, you want to take that nut right there and put it right on?
Yeah, this is the other part of the Greenfield connector. And that goes right there on the threading. There you go.
Okay.
And now you're ready to actually just anchor it onto the wall, right?
Right.
Or are you going to strip these first?
Well, no, I'm just going to anchor it here first.
Okay.
Okay. And I have my holes already drilled here. I'll get myself set up.
I'm holding this other side
All
for
right.
you. Okay, Ron, this is pretty good. What's next?
All right, I'm going to start stripping the wires then, Bob.
There you go. That's tight.
Okay.
Just strip off about 3/4 of an inch or so.
Yeah.
And where do you connect them to?
Okay,
Which one goes where?
White goes to white.
Those are the neutrals.
Right.
And then you just
We're just going to hook them together
twist them together.
like this. Okay, now we have a little excess there, so we'll just trim off just a little bit, just like that.
There you go.
Okay. So we're going to just put the wire nut on just like that, nice and tight.
No need for electrical tape.
No need for electrical tape.
And then what other wires? You
Now, we've used a variety of different colored wires that indicate the hot wire. This happens to be orange here. And you just take the orange and the black wire here together. And we'll just twist this around. And again, we'll just trim a little bit off of this thing. And we're in business.
That is now wired.
That
and
is
all
now
we got to do
wired.
is put the front panel in the fixture?
That is correct. We want to stuff the wires in nice and neat,
Yeah.
like that. And
Doesn't look very good.
not yet, but we're getting there. Okay, that's the start.
All right, so how are we going to make this thing look like $1 million?
Okay, well, what I've done, Bob, is I've gone to the lumber yard and I bought myself some birch. It's a little more expensive than pine, but it takes paint real nice. Okay.
And we're using gloss paints in here, so that'll finish very nicely.
This is going to be like our finished edge here.
So you've made
I've made a light valance.
a valance.
Okay, and this is going to go up here like this. Okay, and it's going to
Sits right there.
rest down like that.
Okay.
Okay. Before I can put this on, though, I need a channel to go on the other side here,
Okay.
like this.
So we're going to put that on the wall.
So we're going to put this on the wall, and this is to hold the other side of our egg crate ceiling. So I'm going to put this on right now.
There you go. And that has to be done carefully because we have metal studs in the wall
Right,
here. Yeah.
and you don't want to go too hard because it's a fragile piece of wood and
Right.
it'll break.
Okay.
This is the main part of our light fixture, and this is a real nice piece of birch here that we bought. It's about 10 bucks. Let me just kind of...
And you just notched it to fit right over our glass partition here.
Right. And we want it to fit.
There you go.
Okay, now Bob, if you just sort of hold it in the middle here.
Right.
Hold it tight up against there. Countersunk holes, and we'll fill those before we paint. Okay, and now we're in real good shape here. Bulb goes in.
And the final step is to put in our grill.
Right, this is just some egg crate material, Bob.
Yeah, you get this in 2x4 sheets at the
Right.
Home Improvement Center.
It's about $6.
Right. How do you cut it?
You cut it with a saber saw.
Looks good.
Looks good. Let's flip the switch here,
Yeah.
and we're in business.
Nice job.
Is this nice?
What did it cost in materials?
$35.
Good job. Okay, we'll be back after these messages. Thanks. Thomas, hi.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Very well,
This is
thanks.
Thomas Forrest, our flooring contractor. Actually, your company's called
Forest flooring.
Forrest Flooring.
Yeah.
Great. You know, I got to ask you, I've never seen anybody refinishing a floor going across grain like this. What's that? You sure?
This is 45 degrees. The idea here is to get the floor leveled. As you can see, some buckling on the floor there.
Oh.
So by going at 45 degrees, we can get that out of there.
Take it all out evenly.
Yes.
What kind of wood is this?
It's maple.
It's a maple
Yeah.
floor, and it's the original floor to our
Yeah.
house here.
Sure.
Probably 80 years old,
Yes.
and probably could have another good 80 years left to
Probably
it, right?
way more than that, Bob. Yeah.
Good hardwood. What kind of grit do you need to use to do this?
Open that there, Paul. This is actually 4.5 grit carborundum paper.
Carborundum paper.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that'll go through battleship enamel and just about anything
Well,
you've got.
this is an old floor.
Yeah.
You need it to get the old finish off.
So in doing this on the angle, does that take care of problem areas like this?
Of the repair area right here.
This
Yes.
is where we had a partition that we removed.
That's right, and we repaired it using wood from the master bedroom.
Which is
that's being carpeted.
Eventually going to be
obviously,
wall-to-wall carpet, so
Yes.
you could take up the old maple from there and use it here.
Yes. Yes.
Nice job. That takes care of getting it all nice and uniform, but how many more passes will you have to make?
In fact, 3. We'll still need a rough grit to get these cross marks out of here.
Okay, this one is the only pass that goes at an
At
angle.
45 degrees, yes. And the rest will go with the grain.
So 3 more
Straight.
passes, rough, medium, and fine papers.
Correct.
You got a full day's work,
Yes.
don't you? I heard you had a major buckling problem someplace.
Yes, we do. This is our biggest problem over here. Right here, in
I
fact.
can't see it.
Well, I can feel it with my foot,
Yeah.
and here we go. You can see it distinctly there as this rocks back and forth here.
Thomas, this is at the point where the bay window that we're in here in the dining area
That's right.
cantilevers out beyond the masonry wall, isn't it?
Yes, so I'm assuming that it's a supporting wall underneath.
Or we're
That
close
the
to it.
building has, yes,
Yeah.
but underneath it's slightly in from what you're looking at right here.
So the buckling could be structurally
The
caused.
building may have settled slightly, and
Or-
this wall did not settle with it.
It could have just been a leak, though. We've got
Possibly,
radiators that have
possibly,
been here.
Possibly, yes. Yeah.
So how do you fix it?
Okay, right over here, we're going to remove this board. Okay, so Tom has started by drilling here and getting a jigsaw blade and cutting it 90 degrees across the
So
grain.
that'll be the end of the patch.
That will be the end of the patch.
And you're just going to put a cut. Where do you put the cut? Along the joint there, or?
Well, in some cases, yes, with using an old blade, and there are going to be nails, but that's assuming we use one board, or we use one cut and try and push it down. But as we can see here, we're going to need at least 3 boards pushed down.
Well,
so
go ahead,
we're going to
let's get started.
take out the whole board.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom.
Good. So now you've cut one board, you've ripped it all the way down the middle.
So now he's going to remove that whole board, and here we go.
And that's the way you do it. You got to chisel it out.
Pretty much.
Do you see anything that would indicate what the cause of the buckling is?
Not really, but all I can tell you is that the subfloor is also up with it.
Yeah, the subfloor is
Yeah,
also
yeah, you can
moved.
see. We had hoped for a gap between, and so we could just take it down.
You know, you could have a situation where the floor joists underneath here don't cantilever across to the end of the
That's
bay, but just
correct.
end at the masonry
That's-
wall, and then they tacked on the extra 3 feet.
Sure,
and you had a little motion.
Sure,
Yeah.
and that caused the
Yeah.
bump to it there.
Well, it's going to be a major repair job.
Pretty much so, Bob. Yeah.
Okay, well, we can see in the subflooring that there is a difference. There's a gap between the boards, and there's a difference
Yes.
in the board. So it was kind of a structural settling that caused this.
That's what caused it, Bob. Yeah.
And how many boards are you going to have to take out?
3, 4, perhaps 5, whatever it takes.
And we're pulling them out carefully
Yeah.
so that we can
So we
reuse them.
we don't damage the tongue right here, and we can reuse them hopefully.
Yeah. We've taken out 3 of these boards, and as you can see now, we're level here, we're level there. We got to take out this subfloor, which is still the cause of the hump in the floor.
Sure. So here we go.
Just bust it up. Tom, have you ever found a situation like this before?
Actually, I have not. As you can see, the joists have moved below the level of the course of bricks underneath the supporting wall.
And of course, the bricks didn't give any at all, so
That's
that
right.
forced the subfloor and the finished floor.
The joist settled, and the subfloor could not go down with it.
How do you fix it?
I think we'll remove this top course of bricks here,
They're loose, yeah.
and take our subfloor back onto the joist,
Yeah.
and put the maple floor back on top.
So we'll bang things back down into place.
Right down onto the.
We'll finish it from
onto
here,
the joist, yeah.
and I'll have to make sure that we come in from down below and fill this back in.
Sure. Yeah.
Great.
Firewall.
Well, we'll see more of this, but right now we're going to break for some messages.
Before we install the last board here, Bob, we cut the bottom off the groove, as you can see.
And so you make it easy to get the last piece in. The tongue is still on,
absolutely
and it
correct.
goes into the groove of the adjoining board,
Slips right in on top.
but now you can just tap it in. And where we had a big hump, it's all gone now.
That's right.
Nice job, Thomas. Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot. Okay, and that's about a wrap for today. Come home again next week when we'll be installing our kitchen cabinets, and we'll also be landscaping the world's smallest urban garden. It's about 2 by 10 feet. We're also putting an antique cast iron fence around it that we found at Architectural Salvage 1 right here in Chicago. So don't miss it. Till then, I'm Bob Vila.